man with only 3 friends discovers they are all lying to him. But the truth behind their deception changes everything he thought he knew about loyalty and friendship. What starts as betrayal becomes the most unexpected gift of his life. Before we dive in, what time are you listening? Where are you from? Drop a comment below and tell me, and please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Marcus sits alone in his apartment on a Thursday night, scrolling through his phone with only 3 names in his favorites list. David, his college roommate, Steven, his gym partner, and Rachel, his neighbor, who became his closest confidant. While everyone else collects hundreds of connections, Marcus has always believed in quality over quantity. Looks at the group photo on his wall, the 4 of them at his birthday last month, and smiles. These 3 people know everything about him. His fears, his dreams, his embarrassing moments, his darkest thoughts. He trusts them completely. Marcus works as a software developer, spending most days in his quiet home office. He does not need a crowd, does not crave attention. His small circle feels safe, predictable, controllable. But tonight, something feels different. His phone buzzes with a message from David canceling their weekend plans. The 3rd cancellation this month. Marcus frowns but types back that it is fine. Then Steven sends a similar message. Now Marcus feels a knot forming in his stomach. He decides to surprise Rachel with coffee, walking to her apartment 2 floors down. As he approaches her door, he hears voices inside, familiar voices. David and Steven are in there, laughing, talking. His hand freezes on the doorknob. Marcus steps back, his heart pounding. Why would they lie? Why would all 3 of them be together without telling him? He returns to his apartment, his mind racing with questions. The betrayal cuts deep because he has so few people to lose. The next morning, Marcus cannot focus on work. He keeps checking his phone, hoping for explanations that never come. His 3 friends, his only friends, are hiding something from him. The loneliness he once chose now feels like a prison. He begins noticing other strange patterns, whispered phone calls that end when he enters a room. Knowing glances between David and Steven at the gym, Rachel asking odd questions about his schedule, his plans, his daily routine. Something is happening, and Marcus is on the outside. That weekend, Marcus decides to follow them. He feels pathetic doing it, but the need to know overwhelms his pride. Watches David leave his house and drive across town. Steven meets him at a parking lot. Then Rachel arrives in her car. Marcus follows them to an old community center in a neighborhood he does not recognize. His hands grip the steering wheel as he parks far enough away to stay hidden. He watches them enter the building, carrying boxes and bags. What are they doing? He waits for 20 minutes before his curiosity wins. Marcus walks to the building and peers through a window. What he sees stops his breath completely. Inside, dozens of people are setting up tables, hanging decorations, arranging chairs. And in the center of it all are his 3 friends, organizing everything. A banner hangs on the far wall, but he cannot read it from this angle. Marcus moves to another window, his heart hammering. The banner reads, "Welcome home, Marcus. You are not alone." Confusion floods his mind. This is not his birthday. This is not any special occasion he knows about. Then he sees the photographs covering an entire wall. It's pictures of him throughout his life. Some he remembers, some he has never seen before. His childhood, his teenage years, his college days. But there are other faces in these photos too. Faces he barely remembers. Marcus recognizes them slowly. His Little League coach, his high school math teacher, his first boss, his college advisor, people who touched his life briefly and then disappeared, except they did not disappear. They are all here in this room, gathering because of him. David spots him through the window and rushes outside. Marcus expects anger at being caught, but David is smiling with tears in his eyes. He grabs Marcus and pulls him toward the building, saying they wanted this to be a surprise for next week, but it does not matter now. Inside, the room falls silent as Marcus enters. 50 people turn to look at him. His old coach walks forward first, explaining that David reached out 6 months ago. David wanted Marcus to understand something important, something Marcus never realized about himself. Every person in this room represents someone Marcus impacted deeply. His coach explains that Marcus taught him patience when he was ready to quit coaching. His teacher says Marcus inspired her to keep teaching when she wanted to give up. His first boss credits Marcus with saving his business during a critical moment. Stephen steps forward and tells the room that Marcus thinks he has only 3 friends because he measures friendship by depth, not quantity. But what Marcus does not see is how many lives he has touched without even knowing it. Rachel adds that Marcus gives so much of himself to his small circle that it overflows into everyone he meets. The advisor from college speaks next, voice shaking. She reveals that Marcus once stayed after class to ask if she was okay because she looked sad. That simple question came on the day she was planning to end her life. Marcus does not remember this conversation. He does not remember saving her. One by one, people share their stories. The grocery store clerk Marcus always greets by name, who says those greetings are the only kindness in her 12-hour shifts. The maintenance man in his building, who Marcus helped learn English through patient conversations in the hallway. The young programmer Marcus mentored online, who now runs a successful startup. Marcus stands frozen, tears streaming down his face. He built small walls to protect himself, thinking he was choosing isolation. But his kindness leaked through every crack. His depth of care for his 3 friends taught him to care deeply for everyone, even strangers. David explains that he, Stephen, and Rachel spent 6 months tracking down everyone Marcus touched. They wanted him to see what they see, a man who thinks he has 3 friends, but actually has a community. A man who thinks he is alone, but is surrounded by love. Rachel hands Marcus a book filled with letters. Hundreds of pages of people explaining how he changed their lives with small moments he never remembered. His brief encouragement, his genuine interest, his ability to make people feel seen. All because he practiced deep connection with his small circle. Marcus realizes the psychology he thought protected him. His preference for few close bonds actually taught him to value every human interaction. While others spread themselves thin across hundreds of shallow friendships, Marcus poured everything into each moment with each person. Quality created quantity without him noticing. His old boss reveals they have all been meeting monthly for a year, forming their own circle inspired by Marcus. They call themselves the Depth Over Distance Group, practicing meaningful connection in a world obsessed with numbers. Marcus unknowingly started a movement. The night ends with Marcus surrounded by people he barely knows but who know him deeply. His 3 friends stand beside him, proud of the surprise they pulled off. David whispers that Marcus taught them, friendship is not about how many people show up to your party, but about how you show up for people every single day. Marcus looks around the room and finally understands. His small friend circle was never a limitation. It was a lens that taught him to see everyone clearly. His fear of large groups pushed him toward intimate connection, which made every brief encounter matter. His psychology of selectivity became his superpower of presence. He spent years thinking something was wrong with him for not wanting hundreds of friends, but nothing was wrong. He was simply built for depth in a world drowning in surface interactions. His 3 close friends taught him how to be close to everyone. The community center becomes his second home over the following months. Marcus learns that his small circle created ripples he never saw. Every person he touched went on to touch others, carrying forward the lesson of genuine connection. His intimate approach to friendship became a virus of kindness spreading through the city. Stephen jokes that Marcus accidentally created the most exclusive club with the easiest membership. You just had to be human and cross his path. Rachel adds that Marcus proved you do not need to be popular to matter. You just need to be present. David reveals the final surprise. They have been documenting everything, turning it into a book about the secret psychology of people with small friend circles. How their selectivity is not weakness, but wisdom. How their boundaries create space for depth. How their quality over quantity philosophy changes the world quietly. Marcus realizes his whole life he felt broken for not fitting the social norm. He watched others with massive friend groups and felt inadequate. But his 3 friends saw what he could not. He saw someone who loved so completely within his small circle that it overflowed into the universe. The book becomes a sensation, not because Marcus wanted attention, but because millions of people recognize themselves in his story. The introverts, the selectives, the ones with 3 real friends instead of 300 fake ones. They all feel seen for the first time. Marcus stands in the community center 1 year later, surrounded by his 3 close friends and the expanding circle they helped him discover. He no longer sees his psychology as a limitation. His small friend circle was never about having few friends. It was about being a true friend to everyone he encountered. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe for more videos like this.